I spoke with eCapitol News Director Shawn Ashley about the latest news at the Capitol. Shawn, budget negotiators have a $611 million budget hole to fill, yet revenue collections to the state are going up.
Yes, this is a disconnect that sort of surprises many people. This week, State Treasurer Ken Miller issued a report that showed over the last 12 months there's been a 4% increase in total state revenue collections. The difference is the legislature doesn't appropriate all the money. It doesn't appropriate the total amount of revenue collections. As Governor Mary Fallin and Secretary of Finance Preston Dorflinger have pointed out, over time, the difference between that total number and the amount appropriated by the legislature has decreased significantly to where the legislature now appropriates less than 50 cents out of every dollar. Additionally, last year, the legislature spent quite a bit of one-time money from revolving funds and other sources, which is not immediately available this year. So those two factors combined, the difference between the total and what is legislatively appropriated and the amount of one-time money available, is what accounts for that $611 million shortfall while revenue collections are growing.
And in these waning days, there is now a new bill involving tax amnesty, and that might help the budget.
That's right. Lawmakers will consider a bill on Monday in the Joint Committee on Appropriations and Budget that would allow for a tax amnesty program. That would be anyone who is behind on certain taxes could make those payments free of interest and penalties. They did this back in 2008 and before that in 1984. In 2008, they expected about $35 million. They got about $130. This year, they're looking at around $30 million again. And as the chairman of the House Appropriations and Budget Committee, Earl Sears, said, there's one reason we're doing that, and that's that $611 million budget hole.
And a teacher pay raise may still happen.
That's right. We learned this week that the legislators are considering a proposal that would take some of that tax revenue that normally goes to the teacher's retirement system and use it to fund a $1,000 per teacher annual pay raise. It would have to go through the legislature, of course, in order to become effective, and that legislation has yet to be drafted.
eCapitol News Director Shawn Ashley, thank you.
You're very welcome.